Okay, so I thought I'd give an update on Genla and show off the latest features that I've implemented in the last few days. Yeah, I'll start off with the main one, which is support for attachments, which was maybe the most requested feature. And so I'll show that off with a simple use case. I have here images of three cities, Miami, New York, and San Francisco, and I'll just, I don't know, tell them to debate each other on which is the best city to live in. Okay, and so I'll send this query, and the AI will automatically pick from your list of agents which ones it thinks make the most sense here. And yeah, like I think that these work. I mean, I think that it helps to have different agents with different prompts that like kind of guide them to go in a different direction. And I think that helps to add different perspectives and get a more well-rounded answer and like a better debate. That being said, I think personally, I tend to use this in a lot of cases. Like, I might just want to have like the base models from the top labs debate each other, and I might not necessarily want to have like a prompt that like gives them a persona. And so, technically, you can do that, and I do that pretty often. You can like create a new model, and you can pick or create a new agent. You can pick a model, from any of these providers, and just not add a prompt, and that has the same effect. But I do recognize, I think that I want to make that a little less, a little, like remove the friction to just use models out of the box. But yeah, let's just get started with this prompt. And so by default right now, they're all using GPT 5.1, but I did add support for a bunch of other models from different providers. Definitely recommend the top models from like just OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic. Those are the ones that are best tested and that I find I've gotten the best results with. But yeah, you can now experiment with different models from different providers, XAI. You can try models from Mistral, GLM, etc. So yeah, they started talking. We can tell them to continue. But yeah, so that's, you can always add files. You can, right now we support images and PDFs. But yeah, and then another another feature that I think is a pretty nice quality of life feature is one of the bits of feedback that I had gotten is that the voice experience is just not it has way too high of a latency for it to feel natural and be a good experience. And so I wasn't surprised. That's because by default I'm using a reasoning model like GPT 5.1, and so you can imagine that the models take a really long time to reason, and you get a subpar experience on voice mode. So I decided to make it a little easier to customize your experience for voice mode versus like text mode. So for example, you can now use different models for text mode and voice mode. So by default for text mode, which I feel like has a lower bar for latency compared to voice, we use GPT 5.1, although you can see these different providers that we added, but you can have a separate model for voice. And so by default we're using GPT 4.0, which is just a lot faster. So enabling you to pick different models for these two different experiences, I feel like makes it a lot easier to get the experience that you want, in case you're optimizing for the quality of the response and you want a reasoning model, or you're optimizing for latency and you want a faster model. You now have control over that. And then by default, a lot of like the initial experience out of the box should be a lot smoother for voice, where you can have a quicker response. But yeah, let's see what they said over here. They kept talking. The travel agent is being a little talkative right now, but anyways, and then you can also see the attachments. As you can see, I sent images of New York, Miami, San Francisco, and this works with PDFs as well. Yeah, and then last thing, like very minor detail, is I implemented this as a progressive web app. So you notice here I'm not in Chrome. I'm using the PWA, and very small detail, but I find that it makes it a lot nicer to use on my desktop and on my phone. So, but yeah, those are the most relevant updates, I think. But we'll keep posting as I keep improving the product. But feel free to try it out at Genla.ai, and always looking for feedback.